Hello, and welcome to Session 5 of our series. I'm Peter Zook, Project Manager for the Office of the Defender General. I'll be your guide today. In this session, we will complete our tour of the name record by examining the Relationship tab. By the end of the session, you'll understand how to establish a relationship between your name record and another name record in JustWare. When gathering information relevant to a name record, it's sometimes important to be able to add information about others. JustWare organizes this information related to others under the Relationships tab within the name record. Let's find a name record and take a look at how this works. We'll start by searching for Dr. Hubble and opening his name record in the work area. For our exercise today, we're going to assume that Dr. Hubble is in a dating relationship with Daisy Buchanan, and that Daisy is in some way relevant to the case that we're eventually going to build. To relate Daisy's name record to Ed Hubble's, we're going to go to the Relationships tab and look to the Primary Relationships tab located beneath it. There's the little green plus sign that you've seen before. As we did in a prior video, we're going to click on it to add a relationship, but let's go slow. JustWare is going to present you with a lot of choices, and you need to be aware of them. Click on the green plus sign, and we see a row of fields appear. The first is a drop-down list. From it, we'll select Dating Relationship. Hit your Tab key on your keyboard and arrive in the To This Person field. Now, at first glance, this field appears like others before it, but on closer examination, you'll see that two icons are inserted within the field. These icons offer you choices to help you search the database for Daisy. An easy way to think of this field is in the same way you think of the search box. In this case, we're looking for Daisy Buchanan, so let's enter Daisy and see what happens. Notice that I'm clicking on the large magnifying glass for this search. Here we are. JustWare has turned up some results. Daisy's in our system. When we click on her name, Daisy will be incorporated into the record as a relationship. You can hit Ctrl-S to save. Now that was pretty straightforward. We knew exactly who we were looking for and knew she was in the system. Sometimes you may know this information, but many times not. What do we do then? Let's enter another relationship into the name record and we'll see how to handle it. In our scenario, Ed Hubble is rooming with a man named George. We're not sure of George's last name, but it sounds like Wash. Let's click on the green plus sign. We'll use the roommate drop-down and type in George in the To This Person box. This time we're going to click on the small magnifying glass icon. This is the icon for full search. Here's the full search window. We can enter any criteria into the appropriate field and JustWare will search on that basis. Let's type George into the first name field and hit the Enter key. JustWare returns 3 results. I think the first entry is our George, so I'll click on his name. I'm now in the name record for George Washington. This gives me an opportunity to verify his identity. Date of birth matches together with a miscellaneous number. This is the correct George. Now here's where it gets interesting. At this point, you go to the vertical ribbon and use the new commands beneath the heading Action. If you've determined that this is not the right George, you can return to your search by clicking the Back command on the ribbon. In our case, this is the correct person, and we're going to click on the second command, Relate Name. That's it. George Washington is now related to the Hubble name record. Perform your Ctrl-S to save. For our last scenario, we're going to relate someone who is not presently in the database. It's not hard, and here's how we're going to do it if you haven't already guessed. We'll go back to the Hubble name record by using Quick Search in the upper left-hand corner of the screen or clicking on his tab in the workspace. Finding Ed Hubble, we click on the Relationships tab, drop down Employer, and enter Trump in the To This Person field. Then click Full Search. We get no results from the search. There is no Donald Trump in JustWare, so we're going to need to enter him. Go to the vertical ribbon and click on it. Click on, you guessed it, New name. JustWare opens an area for a new name record, but let's look carefully at the information presented. Notice that JustWare has not opened a new name tab. In fact, it's telling you that you're in the process of relating a name in the heading above the window. Okay, let's fill in the information for Donald Trump, employer to Ed Hubble. In our case, we don't have all of Donald's information yet, just first and last at this point, but we can still put him into JustWare. Now, let's go to the vertical ribbon once more and click on Relate Name. That's it. Donald Trump is now related to the Hubble name record. Use Ctrl+S to save. If you want, you can go to the Name Summary tab and print your report. We have more skills to acquire in JustWare, but this is the last one to complete a name record. Congratulations on making it this far. Taking the time to train properly on the use of the system will make it easier to learn the rest of the program. You're well on your way to becoming an expert. Practice makes perfect. Make sure you practice what you have learned. Remember, you can't break JustWare, so don't be afraid to jump in. We'll see you next time.